West Coast. Was able to get a lot of work done there. Alex Moore, our sports performance director, was with me the whole time. We got in a few really good training blocks, and feel healthy and excited to start the season here.
Jason Loy, The Athletic.
How are those chips?
Really good. I'm hungry. How do you process everything that happened this summer? You're back, but it was touch and go there for a while, and Kyrie not being here, it's just been a crazy summer all the way around. And just
Groundhog's Day.
Another summer, more Kevin Love trade rumors.
Right. That's all it is. No, it was. I guess as a whole, the league, it was pretty unprecedented. How much movement happened, trades, acquisitions, and things of that nature. It was seemed like every week there was some, not just movement and that sort of thing happening, but big events and in our sport. So I knew it drew a lot of attention throughout. Even yesterday with Dwayne getting a buyout, that's just so many things were so recent and top of mind that it made for a very interesting off season, to say the least.
How did things change for you now here without Kyrie?
I think there'll be. I think he was such a big part of what we did, especially on the offensive end, that there'll be a lot more opportunity. And I'm not saying just for me. Isaiah's going to come back healthy and be such a spark for us, and can especially on the offensive end play at such a superstar type level. And there's a number of players on this team that we know are very hungry. Whether it's Derrick Rose, whether it's Isaiah, as I mentioned, Jeff Green, even guys that we acquired last year, and Kyle Korver, just throughout our entire lineup that either have been there or done that before, or guys that are really looking for a second or third wind in their career, where they want to show and prove to everyone what they can do, and we feel like this is a great place for them to do it.
And last thing, I know we've joked about it before that your name's always in trade rumors, but does it ever get to the point where you're like, you got to be kidding me, like this is happening? Like, do you shut your phone off? I know you're very active in social media, but does it ever get to the point where you just can't take it anymore, or have you just grown numb to it?
I don't know if numb is the word, but I have, and you've been around me enough to know that and my teammates as well, I find the humor in things. Like, I think some of the things are laughable. I know this is our job, and this is our business, and this is what we do for a living. But at the end of the day, it's a business. We've seen guys on several teams and throughout the course of history of the game that maybe a coach or a GM or a certain player has sworn that either they're going to keep him, they're going to sign this player, free agency, and it totally they get a better deal. It's like the better offer theory. So for me, I really don't. I just take it with a grain of salt at this point. Know that wherever I am, I want to be here. As you guys know, it's well documented. I want to compete for a championship, but at the end of the day, I know that it's a business, and anything can happen at any given moment. So just got to keep my head down, keep working, keep my damn mouth shut, and go out there and try and perform.
Given what's going on in the league this summer and with this team this summer, we're in an era of shorter contracts. Does it kind of nudge players to think about, I got to look out for myself here, or I have the opportunity to look out for myself here, and almost push people to think about movement rather than continuity?
Yeah, I think it somehow, or in some ways, depends on. There's always exceptions, but where you are in your career, I guess, in some cases. But for me in particular, I looked at it like, when I decided I wanted to, really be on a contender and a championship level team, it's because I was tired of losing. Some guys are going from winning situations to, different situations where they'll have a chance to win as well. So, the parity and the continuity is maybe somewhat lost, but like I mentioned, the this summer was really unprecedented. I don't know what it's going to look like going forward. I know some years will be different than others, but last offseason was wild. I mean, the numbers that were being thrown around in the cap really changed things, and this year with the different trades and so many high-level, top-tier players getting moved, it definitely changed the way that you look at it and think about it.
You have seen Derrick Rose when he's been the best in the game, and you've seen him over the last 5-6 years as he's tried to come back from injuries. Where is he at right now in your assessment, and what kind of player does he need to be to best help this team?
For me, he looks great. I mean, just like, and seeing everybody and talking to everybody, figuring out where their minds are at in Santa Barbara. I mean, he's hungry, and that's what I meant, like getting a guy getting a second chance, so to speak, and a chance to compete for a championship. I think he's hungry for that. He's continued to be vocal about wanting to win, and I think he's going to speak that into existence. He's very, very heady. He knows what he's capable of when he's healthy, and he's healthy now. And from what I saw in Santa Barbara, he looked great. And, he's very eager to, get out there and start things tomorrow.
From Kevin Love at the podium to Derrick Rose here on set. Derrick, first off, welcome to Cleveland. You look good in wine and gold, man.
Thank you. I do, huh? Hey, I'm happy to be here.
It suits you. You of course had those classic battles with the Cavaliers as a member of the Chicago Bulls. You hit that game winner in Game 3 right in front of me, by the way. It was directly in front of me.
Sorry, man.
Banked in one to win it.
You call it off the glass, by the way?
No.
I didn't count it when you hit it. I was like, he didn't call that off the glass.
You're a real Cleveland fan. That's what's up. That's right. I respect that. I respect it.
But now you're on this side. We were talking to Isaiah about the same thing. This is the team they were chasing, with the Celtics to become a Cavalier. How have you reconciled that? How's that for you?
So true. I mean, this is a different stage of my career, in the past. Like, I left all that in the past with my injuries, like, this is a different stage. I'm willing to take on this challenge. I have a great opportunity ahead of me. I'm playing along, on side of, great players. I'm playing for a great franchise. So why not go? I felt like it was a win-win for me, especially when I'm able to play on the court with great guys. Then I got LeBron to learn off the court on the business side. It's a win-win for me.
You mentioned it at the podium, Derrick, that at this stage of your career, it's not about the money anymore. Your family is well taken care of. It's about basketball. Excited, looking forward to the fact that you coming here has changed a lot since you signed the position at point guard. You're a veteran. Everybody questions your ability.
Exactly.
You're still at the prime of your career, but you got to be excited about how all of a sudden you're going to start the season as the starting point guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Of course. I'm 28, not 38.
Right.
You know what I mean? Man, they acting like I'm 38 years old. But I've been in this position for a long time. I always played with a chip on my shoulder, and I always believed in myself. And I know how hard I work. I know how much I sacrifice, and I know how much I dedicated my whole life to this sport. So it's all about believing in yourself. And I'm a big believer in myself and my ability. So I don't want to boast or brag about what I'm going to do on the floor. I like to let my game speak for itself, and my job coming here was to be prepared and help guys win, and vice versa. If anything, they're going to help me with so much, and I'm going to learn so much from them because of what they've been through the last couple of years. 3 finals. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm going to learn so much coming here, so that's one of the reasons why I came.
We were talking about it earlier, Derek. It seems like you're in a similar situation to a number of other new players in that you're hungry. I mean, IT's hungry, Jay's hungry. I mean, is that the sense that you're getting?
Of course.
That's why guys are here.
Man, you should have saw the camp that we just had. 3-day camp. Guys really just getting in the rhythm, but everybody seemed like they were in pretty decent shape. And it's exciting, being able to play. Then after that, really get to know a person at dinner over a glass of wine or something like that. So it's always great to be around good company and great guys.
What stick out the most with those couple of days that you were finally on the court with this group?
The team chemistry. You could tell that.
Already?
Yeah, already, bro. Already. You could tell that guys, I don't care about my stats. I come here just to win. I don't care about any of that. Whatever they want me to do to win, that's what I'm willing to do because we have one common goal. That's to win the championship. I've never been on that stage before. I never played until June, so I need my guys, the guys that's on this team that's going to help me like prepare for that. I'm learning from LeBron how he take care of his body on the floor, off the floor, like his recovery, all that I'm gonna pay attention to just so that I can help myself.
Derek Rose, great stuff. This is Ryan Boo Banks.
Hey,
How you
social
doing?
media,
How you
good.
doing?
Social media lady, and we have questions from our fans that want to know a number of things about Derek Rose.
That's
correct,
right.
Boo?
We got two for you. One's
right.
from @YouGetHitBrutalZo. These handles, I know. This is from that person. What did you do this summer to help you prepare for this upcoming season with the Cavaliers?
For one, I locked myself in the gym. I didn't go on no vacations this entire summer. It's just been family and working out 2 times a day, certain weeks, and the next week I only work out one day a week. Not one day, but one time a day for weeks, like going back and forth, like with 2 a days, and working on my jump shot. You know, when you're playing against playing with him, you got to be able to knock down shots because he's a willingly passer. So working on my jump shot and being able to get in the lane and get my passes right so that I could pass the ball out to the guys whenever they're open. I think my IQ has always been there, and with me getting to the basket, I got to be able to finish a little bit more better than I did last year.
Great. All right, second question is from @GarrettDeFries. What are your goals personally and team-wise for this upcoming season?
Personally, like I said, all that's out the window. I had all the accolades. I won awards. I understand that people want that. But for me personally, I just want to win. No matter how we win, no matter who's the highest scorer, like I don't care about that. I just want to win games out there and feel that again. I haven't been in the playoffs the last 2 years that I played, and when I first made it to the league, I've been in the playoffs all the way until my 7th year. So that's something I've been missing. It's that postseason feel of like, you know what I mean, being in the action when guys tune in, like this and that. Like I miss that. So I'm just happy to be a part of a team like
Hunger
this.
pains are
Exactly.
paining you in the stomach, huh?
Of course.
How excited were you that number 1 was available and you can go back to it?
Oh, man. I was excited, man. I was excited, bro. Like, coming back to it, it's like my alter ego, you know what I mean? Like, I'm shy, I'm preserved, but when I get on the court, that killer come out me, though. It's
So we are 25 with the 25?
25, it was all about business, man. Showing homage back to Chicago. You know what I mean? Just bringing Chicago to New York because the high school that I went to, Ben Wilson, the guy ended up getting killed. High school player that got killed. He was number 1 in the nation at the time. And after he got killed, the best player, no matter if they're on freshman, far soft or varsity, they make them wear number 25. So I was paying homage back to Ben Wilson. So that's why we're number 25.
And now we're back to the
the
MVP
grind.
number 1.
Yes, we're back to Savage.
All right, why not?
Derek Rose, great to meet you. Great attitude, and